evening and welcome to this week's edition of Writers Forum. Our special guest on tonight's program is a writer, Mr. SEFTON ALZED, who's written this wonderful book entitled Life Belongs to the Living and Death Belongs to the Dead. It's quite an interesting book and it's causing a lot of noise in town about this book. And may I first welcome him into the studio, Mr. SEFTON ALZED. You're very welcome into the studio. We are proud to have you as a guest.
Nice to be here.
And I have read a few things about the book and I find it quite intriguing actually, because if you look, for example, down here in the prologue section here, it says you've been to a hospital where you've been given a questionnaire about your health, and all the answers are no. You've never been ill, you've never had backaches, you've kept your waistline exactly as it is for years, and you say here, now if I were to go through the same questionnaire nearly 2.5 decades on, my answer would still be the same from A to Z. That's incredible. Could you, shed some light on this statement here? Yes.
Yeah, it's mainly the life you lead. It's about my personal life.
From childhood or like present?
Yeah, from ever since I came out of the childhood, and
right.
stepped into adolescence.
Right.
And it's not that I've led my life naturally, not trying extra hard.
You mean when you say naturally, you don't get involved in jogging or
no,
going to gymnasium,
actually,
swimming, and stuff like that?
Well, swimming is okay, yeah, but that's something else. Jogging is something else.
You surely must have taken part in some sort of PE exercises in school time.
Oh yeah, of course, everybody does. When you're in school or
right.
college, you take part in.
But you're talking about the present sort of
like when jogging is entirely different. It's not a sport.
Yes.
It's a thing that you want to keep yourself in shape.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't believe in it. I don't really believe it. I think it's a waste of time.
So what exactly is your angle as to good health? Is it
angle is
how do you keep yourself fit?
Actually, moderation is my Lord Star.
Now that was nice. I like that explanation there. How long has it actually taken you to write this book?
Well,
when did you start? Let's put it.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's a bit of a story. It book was complete in 10 years, but I did not sort of spend 10 years. I think what happened was that when I nearly finished, and I was about to get in touch with publishers, then I had it stolen. Somebody
That's
stole
incredible. They stole your book.
Yeah.
I hope it's not published elsewhere.
No.
And somebody making a whole...
It's a thief, common thief.
Making a fortune out of your writing. It's published by Author House, I presume. It's Author House. Author House Publishing. And it's in most leading shops. Available on the internet and all that sort of thing. And oh, that's good. And it's priced quite reasonable as well. So I suppose everybody could get a copy of that. So tell me, as you read the epilogue here, it gets more interesting, because you say here, it's my all-embracing wish and desire that it serves up some element of contribution, however little it may be, in exfoliating some of the deep-rooted ills, the byproducts of our off-key, off-health lifestyles of our own choosing, and if it succeeds in doing that, I shall truly be a happier man. You have stated something quite strong there. I mean, this is going to be a book of pattern of life.
Actually it is, because it's the juice of my life. It's my own personal experiences.
Right.
I'm not just picking a point here and a point there.
Has this got any religious undertones? Are there certain practices that would apply to, say, Muslims, Jews, or whatever, according to what they eat? Or it's got no implications?
No, I haven't touched any of the religion points.
It's open to everybody.
Yeah,
to just observe.
You don't have to be a particular religion to read this book. You have to have an open mind.
No, I was just making mention because when you're talking about health conscious things here, perhaps people might eat certain different things which would have more fat, or they might prefer certain diets, and you haven't crossed into that sort of area.
No, actually, and another thing, I don't believe in dieting. I never diet,
right?
Because my religion is moderation.
Moderation.
I believe that you can always do anything in any aspect of your life.
And your target must be obesity is the main point here, because your target is fighting obesity.
You wouldn't be obese if you remain in moderation.
Do you give any hints at all in the book as to, I mean, I have read a few pages, I haven't actually got into the whole book, which I'm going to, definitely. But do you mention specific diets that people are supposed to go on?
Simple.
Simplicity.
I don't mean eat less, but eat simple food.
Because a lot of people would like to follow your example. They wouldn't want to see a doctor at all, or a dentist for that matter.
Yeah, because, see, I believe that, if your food, if you know what you're eating.
Yes.
Because these days, it just reminds me that I read an article somewhere that Western restaurants have sent more people to their graves than anything else.
Well, that's incredible. Well, that depends on all these fats.
Because we don't know what we're eating. There's so much, and as a result, the chefs of these days are millionaires.
Well, of course, because they
feed
bring
people,
all these amazing recipes and things to people. So tell me, exactly how would you sum up putting this book into a few words in your own sort of way? How would you describe the book?
I would like to, just, sort of briefly, I mean, like like I said, moderation is the way of life you lead. And that's where we go wrong. If our lifestyles go wrong, we go wrong.
Right.
And resulting in all sorts of...
I mentioned this because a lot of people have written books where they're advising people how to lose weight and what diets to go on and stuff. And I'm trying to categorize your book as to, it doesn't seem to be one of those books. It's got its own tone, which is totally different from the books you see on the market these days. That's why I'm trying to identify exactly where yours is targeting. It's not a diet book. It's not. It's not a health conscious book. It's not how to beat obesity.
No.
So generally, how would you say
it's
the general description?
Because it's the. Sorry, you were saying.
I said, how would you describe the general undertones of the book? What direction? If it's not a diet book, if it's not a health conscious book, if it's not how to beat obesity, then how would you describe it exactly?
Well, people have written, as you said yourself, people have written lots of books, and about how to lose weight.
Yes.
But if I believe that if you lead the life that one should lead, there won't be any need of reading these books how to lose your weight, because you won't put on weight. Simple as that.
Right.
And because I haven't put on weight, so I don't need to lose weight, so I don't need to read these books.
That's right.
It's a waste of money.
That's fine. So I mean, from your childhood, hailing from Pakistan and stuff like that's those sort of areas where diet is totally unheard of. I mean, they really eat till they bust, and as you can see their waistlines and stuff like. Would they appreciate books like this from?
But it's got quite a few pages about those people.
Would they appreciate a book like this?
Because
would it sell well in Pakistan?
I think it should do. I think it will sell well.
I know it's already raising a lot of interest over here in the United Kingdom and in the United States.
United States.
Yes, it's all in the shops in America and everything.
Yeah.
Is smoking mentioned in the book?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Did you used to smoke?
Chapter.
Did you
I
smoke
did, yes,
before?
once I did, yeah. But I was hardly a smoker.
And you gave it up?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to give it up?
Many people won't believe this.
Right.
In fact, I don't think you will believe me when I say it took me a few minutes to give it up.
That's incredible.
Give it all up.
How does somebody give up smoking in a few minutes?
What I did.
So, what did you do?
I just actually it's the willpower. And actually, I was allergic to smoking as it was. I think most people are, but I said go on smoking. And I had a feeling that it was going to affect my health. And I'm very, very anxious about my health. My health comes first than anything else.
So tell us, how did you give up smoking? We're still waiting for that detail here.
Well, actually, I was sitting there one evening all by myself, having a quiet glass of beer,
right?
And suddenly came to my mind, what the hell is this? I keep doing this, but this must be the habit actually.
Well, that's exercising
smoking.
the arm.
Yeah.
The right one for the cigarette and the left one for the pipe.
And I said, oh, let me try this. And I held a non-lit or unlit cigarette in my between my fingers, and did it just as if I pretended I was smoking.
Oh,
I was not.
Yes.
And I did that, for a while, and then I didn't take out another cigarette out of the pack.
And that was it.
That was it. And by the end, of the evening,
I hope everybody's listening to that.
By the end of the evening, I was
to give up smoking.
I was non-smoker by the end of the evening.
Yes, that's absolutely amazing. But like I said, this is just a little example in the book. There are loads of other examples there.
Of course.
And I suppose you recommend walking. Walking, you recommend. Of course,
walking
is one of the main things in the book. I've read a few places. Walking.
Walking is very, very important.
Very, very important. But with today's pollution in the air all over the place, I mean, who would go walk, say, down Oxford Street? I mean, you're not going to. It's not very healthy for you. You're suggesting countrysides, fresh air places.
You can't leave. You can't leave where you're living. Leave your place to go. To do.
So won't people be at risk? Wouldn't they rather walk and then bring something back home?
Well, that's a different. You're touching different subject because that's.
Well, I do understand. It's just general health.
I mean, that's up to people. What they do and how they look after themselves. But I'm given.
So how do you see the world? Where is it heading, health-wise, with all these new products, new synthetic things? Fruits are not tasting exactly like they used to taste years ago and stuff like that. I mean, how do you see the world? How is it heading through your book? Are we going to end up becoming drug addicts, or we're going to
going down the hill?
Yes.
In a basket, in a hand basket.
In a hand basket. Well, who's carrying the basket? God?
We are carrying it ourselves. We're going down the road.
I like that description there. Well, I hope there'll be something at the bottom of the hill to hold us back.
Yeah, there's a black hole there.
A black hole? Oh. Well, that's even worse. Anyway, it's been fun talking to you. The Blue Book, which I say Blue Book because it's the blueprint of good health, entitled Life Belongs to the Living and Death Belongs to the Dead, published by Author House. SEFTON ALZED has also got a nice summing up article at the back here, as you can see, and is reasonably priced, and it's available in most leading bookshops like W.H. Smith, Foyles, and most high street shops, as well as local branch areas and stuff. And you can also order it on the internet. You can either visit Author House and order it on the internet, or visit SEFTON ALZED's website, which is www.seftonalzed.com, where you'll find facilities to order the book and also read a little more about him, which we didn't discuss tonight. And also you'll be able to email him and give your comments on the book, whether you like it and parts you like, and ask questions about certain things in the book. I'm sure he'll be very happy to reply your emails. So here and there we have a great book. So you all go out there and get a copy. I'm going to be reading it tonight, I tell you that. Thank you so much again for coming, and it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll have another writer next week to talk to, telling us about his book or whatever it is, and hope to catch you next week. So have yourselves a pleasant evening and a pleasant weekend. Good night.